To me, the Academy of Innovation at Remington is a place for kids to absolutely shine, a place for kids to learn not just the core subject, which absolutely we still have to go by the standards, but to be able to learn the standards in a way that is best for them, where their learning is represented. And they get to decide their learning. They get to choose their learning. They get to make choices that you didn't get to make when I was a student.
It's going to allow kids to have more of a choice in their learning, more student-led learning, which will allow them to have more experience. It will give them the qualities that we look for as be good citizens of the community, what business leaders are looking for to have as an employee, to try to instill all of that from as early as kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade.
Well, the Academy of Innovation at Remington is really what should be hanging on the school's sign now, because Remington Traditional came out of a very calculated style of learning, and there were, kids had to have certain grade point. They had to dress uniforms. They had no discipline. They had it was very like a traditional school, and that sign still hangs out there. But over time, we've moved more towards what now our name is, the Academy of Innovation at Remington. Now fits what we're doing here, and the word tradition doesn't really belong anywhere near us, because of this will be a space where students are going to have the ability solely to drive their learning by their own ideas and own thoughts.
I think one of the things that I'm most excited about is the student engagement piece and the students being excited about their own learning.
Learning's changing. We're not in the world of where learning kind of started, where you're sitting at a desk and you're being lectured to for hours upon hours. Kids need a little bit more, which kind of helps with their behavior as well. They need a little bit more of options. They need to have some ownership in their decisions and in their learning. And if they have those options of making decisions in their learning, that helps them then take ownership for what their actions, their behaviors, the respect that they may give to the other students or the teachers or other leaders of the community. Overall, just ownership of who they are.
Learning is unique here because it's more centered on the students and not as much on the teachers. So the teachers aren't telling you to do everything, and it's more the learners pick what they're doing and how they do it.
So the teacher standing in front of the kids and delivering information will really no longer be part of what we're doing in that traditional sense of learning. I can see it's not even be able to find the teacher when I walk in a classroom, because they might be involved with a group or on the floor or wherever. And it's not going to be a design that has anything that would even remotely look like the traditional school would be, or maybe how we all went to school.
We're also going to be more of like a creativity school, so like more hands-on, more projects, more outside like learning, and more things that instead of a teacher just standing up and talking, it's going to be more like, I guess, interesting.
I think the sole purpose of the innovation is to drive the child's curiosity and then match that with the strengths and talents that they bring to us as little sponges, and soaking up their own personal ideas and thoughts that they come to us every day. And traditionally in school we would shut that off because the teacher's in charge, and the teacher's the one that's driving the lesson, and kind of be there, be quiet and learn. And that's not the case, and that will not be the case here. And I think you'll see much higher levels of engagement in kids wanting to be at school. Again, feeling value back into their school. This is their school. We work for them technically.
I personally would do
anything in the world to be able to go back to my childhood and have this learning environment. I have no idea what awesomeness I would be capable of if I would have been put into an environment every day for multiple hours every day where my voice mattered more than just what I was able to answer correctly, or if I was able to be polite and fall into that category of a student. But I think I have no idea what I could have been.
So if you have the choice to come to the Academy of Innovation at Remington, one, what makes us set apart is you have the environment that's K-8, which yes, that's what it's always been. However, in kindergarten, your child is going to be immersed in learning core pillars of responsibility, community service, being just involved in the creativity and the innovation part of things, understanding how things work and the why behind it. And each year we'll continue to build upon that in the different grade levels. So by the time they are here in 8th grade, they are ready to look at projects and ideas that can impact not just the Maryland Heights, Pattonville community, but real world situations. And anytime the students can have an opportunity to be involved in something that makes a difference or a change, and they can see their hand in that, then I think that's what's going to set us apart, because I think the learning that comes along with that is going to be something that just sets them up for life.